Hey, what's up, guys? As you saw, it's a horrible, shitty day here today, and I am not working, so we're gonna bang out this speeder review. Now, this is a sandwich-style construction, Chinese-made Bally. I believe it's a chick who's doing all of it. On their Instagram, it says Sophia. But you're getting TC4 titanium handles, which is grade 5 titanium. It shouldn't take any problems with anodizations if you wanted to do that. It's M390 blade steel, caged ceramic bearings in the pivots. It's 10.23 inches long, and it comes in at 4.86 ounces. Now, that 4.86 is with a latch and is with the tie spacers in it, because it also does come with brass spacers. Now, with the tie spacers in, the balance feels pretty, almost identical to a stock Alpha Beast. I had the brass spacers in earlier in the week, and that feels about the same as a tie Basilisk. My tie bass now has full-length G10 spacers in it, but from what I remember with the stock spacers, it's pretty close to this one with the brass spacers in. Now, you're also getting a trainer blade. It comes with a full set of extra hardware, and you get a Kydex sheath. Now, one thing I will say about this is I had the trainer blade in just to try it out, and it feels nearly identical to the live blade. And the one thing I noticed with all these Chinese-made Ballies is that they come with a trainer blade, but when you put the trainer blade in, it totally screws your balance to hell, and it just doesn't feel the same. This, if I close my eyes, I couldn't really tell too much of a difference between this, like the trainer blade and the live blade, so kudos to that. That might be something to consider for anybody who only likes flipping with trainers or predominantly flips with trainers. Now, I went with the blue anodized handles. It does come in a bead blasted handles, and those have blue anodized spacers. You can get stone-washed handles, and that just has the silver bead blasted spacers. There's a green anodized version, and then the blue one that I went with here. Now, all of those come with the extra hardware and the brass spacers, which this comes in at $332. So typically for a top tier flipper, you're gonna end up spending between $200 and $300. I usually end up spending more than that, just because my taste exceeds the capabilities of my wallet most of the time. But for $332, I mean, you're getting a solid flipper, a trainer blade, extra hardware, and multiple weight distribution options. So even if you didn't or thought that the trainer blade changed the way it's balanced, you can switch that up then even more with the spacers. There is just two problems I have with this knife. But first I want to say the bearings. Now, these bearings are maybe the smoothest bearings I've ever felt. The only other bearing Bally I have that's this smooth is my Superfly, and that's been flipped a fuckload over the past couple months, and even out of the box was super smooth. But this out of the box, just with tuning the pivots, I didn't have to do anything else, was like incredibly smooth. I mean, if you look here, there is just zero drag, zero resistance whatsoever. So if you like bearings, then this is gonna be, you're gonna like this. I mean, obviously zero handle play, zero rub, zero tap. I mean, I've said this before, I don't know why people bash on bearings, but I have no issues with bearings whatsoever. But the two little things that I didn't like is the handles are just a little bit thin. I feel like if they would have added just an extra quarter millimeter on each of these handles, or half a millimeter, it would have filled it out and made it feel much better. And the only other thing is there's no real solid chamfer along this edge, and when these little like grip channels here meet the side of the handle, that can be just a bit of a hot spot when you're coming around on like twirls and chaps and all that shit. Now, this being a Chinese-made Bally, if you ever had to like follow up for any warranty support, I have no idea what that process would be like, or if it's even available to you. But you get a full set of extra hardware, so hopefully you never have to go through that. But for $330, this is a pretty solid knife. It's a really good flipper. The fit and finish is nearly perfect. You get a trainer blade, different spacers to change your weight distribution if you wanted to. So if you wanted to go and try one of these out, I say go for it and go forward with confidence. Now I have no idea what I'm doing for my next video, so you're just gonna have to stay tuned and catch it when it comes out. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.